Hello, and we are back. That possibility came to mind when I interpreted Priscilla's comment in the most optimistic way possible. Considering Priscilla's personality and the position, she couldn't have allowed Melty Group to go free, even if they were being manipulated. That could be why she removed herself from the situation, so she wouldn't be forced to act in retaliation.
Maybe I'm just overthinking it.
I do not understand why you are so deep in thought, but you would do well to cherish my words of praise. You have served me well.
Sorry about that. Had to help my grandma out.
Well, any compliment is... Hold on.
What?
I can't let that comment pass. Why would I serve you?
What a foolish question. I have told you this numerous times before. The world exists for my sake, after all. The resumption of the royal selection is in my favor. Therefore, your actions have ultimately benefited me.
That is quite the jump in logic. But that's what's amazing about Priscilla. I should try to be more like her.
What? You will, Mealy? I think you have your own good points, so let's concentrate on those.
That's not what I meant. I want to compliment your efforts and say thanks to you, Subaru.
Mealy?
In any case...
Priscilla then looks up at the sky. Her crimson eyes survey the damage caused around the royal capital.
Once the royal selection begins, you and I will be enemies. I once thought you were all nothing but specks of dust, undeserving of my notice. But upon seeing your work yesterday, my view has since changed. There are some traits about you all that are worth noting. I will only keep that in mind for now.
Yes, let's compete fair and square.
Do not get carried away. My victory is inevitable. Thus, there is but one thing I will say to you. Do your utmost to humor me at least.
Right. Let's all laugh together in the end.
Emilia responds in her peaceful manner to Priscilla's declaration of war. Priscilla scoffs.
Time to go, Al. We will return to the manor and I will have Schultz massage my feet.
Man, lucky shot. Wish I could have some of that once in a while. See you later, bro. And to you, little ladies, you did great yesterday.
Their group is like a storm passing by.
But I'm glad we were able to talk. Priscilla was thankful to you, Subaru. Rem truly admires your wonderful mindset as always, Miss Amelia.
Positive reinforcement. That's much more like Mealy.
Huh? Did I say something weird?
Nothing. Just talking to myself. Anyway, our main goal wasn't to go see Priscilla.
It was an unexpected detour, but we will be arriving at the shop soon. There it is. Wait, but...
Hey, it's you guys. After all that's happened yesterday, I'm surprised to see you walk around so carefree.
That's quite the greeting you have for us. Wait, what the?
We're at a loss for words as we notice the state of the fruit stand. Amelia and Rem have a dreary look on their face. I can't blame them. The shelves, the basket, all the shop inventory have been completely cleared out. They were probably stolen during the commotion yesterday, or maybe he couldn't stock up in time for today. Such negative thoughts crosses my mind.
Hey, what's with you guys? Why the long faces?
Don't feel too bad about this. I'm sure things will get back to normal soon. Just like the royal capital. Yes, you were unharmed at the very least. So let us take this as a silver lining and move forward.
Hold it. I think you've got the wrong idea here. The shop's not empty because I was looted or anything. I sold it all.
You're sold out? Everything? That's a little hard to believe.
Ugh, it's true. Considering what happened, I didn't expect to sell anything today.
But...
Some flashy beauty in red bought everything in my shop. I just finished loading up the goods earlier. So, I'm close enough for today. Really didn't see that coming.
A flashy beauty in red.
Was there a guy in an iron helmet with her?
Oh? Yeah, there was. Did you see him too? They're definitely hard to miss.
So she bought everything.
She would do something like that. Now that I think about it, she did do that last time, too.
I was in a world that long gone now, but I saw her buy the entire shop inventory at once. Looked like she did the same thing here.
Anyway, having good business is always better than the opposite. Now that I think about it, it's one of Priscilla's rare acts of kindness.
Sorry I can't sell you anything. You're probably gonna have that sad look on your face all day now.
We don't need to buy your goods that bad.
It's a little unfortunate, but we're satisfied seeing that you're okay. You have helped us a lot in the past, so we are glad that you're safe.
Well, thanks for that. This might not be much.
He holds out a big paper bag to us. We look inside to find...
Oh, apples! So many of them, too!
After all's said and done, you guys did come visit every day lately. Just thought I'd save some for you, just in case.
Sir,
That's what I'm talking about. A merchant never misses out on a business opportunity, right?
That's right.
Anyway, thanks for this.
Thanks for your business. That'll be 2 silver coins.
You're charging
What do you
me?
mean? You literally do this!
That's the end of that.
Looks like the sun is setting now. I get the feeling it's always evening or night when we pass through here.
you've been here before?
Only about 3 times at most, but it just feels like I've been here more.
I don't understand. But it might be dangerous to come here when it's late.
I should be the one telling you to not walk around at night.
But the fact is, I'm in far more danger than Amelia and Ren, so her caution is warranted.
There's no need to worry, Subaru. If you were to walk around late at night, Rem will protect you.
Even if you can protect me physically, my pride as a man will be torn to shreds. So, it might be best not to go wandering around at night at all.
I see. That's unfortunate. Rem wanted to be of assistance to you.
No need to worry about that, Rem. I would have been done for so many times if it wasn't for you.
Subaru.
That's why I rely on you and I appreciate you. I may keep relying on others to take on challenges, but I hope you'll keep helping me moving forward.
Yes, of course. I hope we will be together forever.
Are we still talking about the same thing?
You two get along so well. But now that I think about it, it's kind of strange. This is where we met for the first time. Though it hasn't been too long since then.
Yeah.
Mia looks around the area and I briefly hesitate, not sure how to respond. To tell the truth, this isn't actually the place where Amelia and I met for the first time. We actually met a little before that. But this is a memory in a world that now lost. The time I spent with her vanished with that world when I died. Maybe it's arrogant of me to think so, but that's how I see it. Amelia, nice to meet you, will never overlap with mine. The same goes for Ren. There were countless encounters and goodbyes that I had with all the people at the Royal Capital too, so...
Come to think of it, the only ones who have the same idea of when our first meeting was is probably Reinhard and Bayako, maybe?
Oh, and the shopkeeper at the fruit stand stall might barely count, but then again, he forgot that we even met in the first place.
Thinking about it is starting to make me miss Bayako all of a sudden. I haven't seen her in a week.
Miss Beatrice? She should be at the manor alone at the moment. Subaru, you sure are close with Beatrice. The villagers have been going to the manor, so I hope Beatrice isn't fighting with them.
I'm starting to get worried. If Bayako's drill tails lose their shine, that would be a great loss for the world. Or something like that.
We continue walking about while we make idle chat about that little girl.
Oh, hey, it's you guys. What you doing here?
We were looking for you guys, of course.
Us?
We parted ways right after what happened yesterday. We heard that you were all right, but we just had to make sure in person.
Felt seems like the type to bottle things up, too. We visited Sir Reinhardt's manor first, but the servant couple stated that you would likely be around these parts.
And here we are.
I see. It appears we've made you take the long way to find us. My apologies to you and your companions, Miss Amelia.
It's all right. We came here on our own accord. I'm sorry if we got in your way.
Don't worry about it. He just tagged along without me asking, so I don't mind one bit.
You may claim to be used to it, Miss Felt, but I can't have you wandering around the slums alone past sundown.
My sensible worries are nothing but an annoyance for Felt.
It's a thankless job for you.
In any case, it seems like her running away is becoming less frequent. We all get better every day.
I feel bad for you. I don't think there's anyone else in history that could treat the Sword Saint this way.
So you'd all just do whatever this guy says? Stand up for yourselves more. Live strong, you know?
I think you're a little too strong.
So, what brings you here, Felt?
At a glance, there doesn't appear to be anything of note to do here.
Ren chooses her word carefully, but I agree with her. The old couple at Reinhardt Manor told us that the two of them had headed to the slums, so I figured this would be the place. Let's call it the Loot House site. This is where the Loot House Old Man Rom lives, used to be before it was flattened.
This is all because this guy doesn't know how to control himself.
I apologize. I did make an effort to hold back.
You don't need to apologize, Reinhard. It all started because I had my dragon insignia stolen. The fight broke out from there.
But it's Felt who stole the dragon insignia, so it's Felt's fault in the end. She's the one who brought Reinhardt, too.
What? If I didn't bring this guy, everyone would have been killed by that woman in black.
But Elsa came to the loot house only because you accepted a job from her.
Felt presses her hand against her heart with a grimace, then clicks her tongue.
It doesn't matter whose fault it is now. That's not why I'm here.
As soon as this turns on you, you change the subject.
Like I said, that's not why I'm here.
That appears to be the case. The debris of the structure that used to stand here appears to have been removed. There is nothing left here.
The higher-ups of the royal capital don't involve themselves with the affairs of the slums. That's why...
This place was flattened because the locals looted it. Everyone only thinks about taking the easy route.
So you're not here to look for something, Felt? It feels like you just came here to look at this place.
You're right. I just came here to look.
Felt looks at the flattened land after responding to Amelia. She narrowed her red eyes before letting out a sigh.
I hated the slums. I hate the royal capital, the knights, the whole nation. So I did lots of bad stuff to get out of here. I saved up money to leave, too. I ended up getting out of here in a completely unexpected way, but my mentality still hasn't changed. I hate the royal capital, the knights, the aristocrats, the slums, the kingdom, everything! That's why I'm gonna tear them all down. I came back here to remind myself of that.
Felt has a bold look in her eyes, and I find myself relieved by and in awe of her mindset. Felt was forced into the role of a royal candidate and spent her days with her own thoughts on the matter. Her powerful statement was the conclusion she came up with.
There are things I want to accomplish by becoming the ruler, too.
You too, huh?
Yes.
Amelia stands alongside Felt and looks at the scenery.
Compared to yours, Felt, my wish is probably really small. You might even laugh at it.
But you have to do it, right? Then who cares if anyone laughs?
Yeah, I think so too. I will do my best to become ruler. So I guess we'll be competing in a foot race, Felt.
I don't know about calling it a foot race.
Felt scratches her cheeks at Amelia's choice of words and flashes a fearless smile.
I get what you're trying to say. You and I are enemies then. Let's do this right.
Yeah. Oh, but even if we're enemies, we can still stay on somewhat friendly terms, right?
Guess it depends. Either is fine by me. During the whole business trying to find the imposter, I was questioned at the castle. It really made me realize how no one expected anything from us at all.
Yes, you're right. But that doesn't mean we can give up.
Of course. Besides, can't you tell?
Tell what?
You should know. If no one thinks we can win, it'll be all the more hilarious when we do.
You're right. I'm sure everyone would be really surprised.
Yep. Let's freak them all out.
Yes, I think that's a really great idea.
You're getting so excited. It's so cute.
I agree. Although describing them as cute is a bit disrespectful. By the way, Subaru, about those people we took with us yesterday.
Oh, that's been settled already. Crucier and Russell will take them in. I think they're in good hands.
Lord Roswell was present at the discussion, so I believe there shouldn't be any problems.
I see. That's good. It is a bit personal, after all.
I heard from Otto that you really took care of things. Though you really saved us at the showdown yesterday, too.
Not at all. I was saved by Mr. Rom and Otto's quick thinking many times myself. Otto is your friend, right? I suggest you keep him close by. He's not only talented, but he has a fine character.
Yeah, I want to keep him around as the straight man for our comedy bits. I don't stand a chance against Rom alone. I'll probably die from fatigue.
I'm glad you're aware of his value. It seems you already know full well without me pointing it out.
I think you're overestimating me.
Am I?
Yeah, you are.
Reinhardt and I grow quiet. It isn't like nothing for us to talk about, but there's an explicable silence between us. It's somehow related to an important secret between Reinhardt, Oman Rom, and me.
Are they going to be okay?
My ambiguous question comes out after some deep thought.
I'm sure they're fine. Mr. Rom has been taking steps to handle the matter.
Reinhardt's answer is pretty vague too. Ren, who was listening from beside us, cocked her head with a puzzled expression. I think that's for the best. The fewer people that knows, the better. It's not an issue of trust or faith, but a different reason altogether.
Well, I'm sure some people have noticed already, like Crucier or Roswell.
In any case, thank you, Subaru.
You're saying that to me?
To be honest, I was caught off guard. I felt touched when Crucier said it, but hearing it from Reinhardt is something else.
Of course. Thanks to you, the grave issue involving the kingdom was brought to a conclusion. This may sound strange, but had it been me or other royal guards resolving this case, it would not have ended this way. That's why I'm thanking you.
I should be saying the same. All I do is use my petty slyness and bluff my way through. Things wouldn't have been resolved like this if I handled this alone. So, thank you, Reinhardt.
I hold out my hand while smiling. Reinhardt smiles back and shakes my hand.
If anything happens, I might need you again. Don't say you can't help once the royal selection starts.
Don't worry. As long as it does not betray Miss Feltz, I will always help you.
That's a relief. And I'll be happy to help you too, as long as it won't affect Mealy's favor toward me. Just ask if you ever need anything, buddy. Reinhardt? Did I come on a little too strong?
No, it's not that. Very well. I will certainly rely on you. Yes, Buddy, was it?
Yeah.
That was actually really nice.
Subaru.
Oh, Rem. You're not going to sleep yet?
Well, Rem is having trouble falling asleep. Perhaps I'm too excited about the royal selection resuming soon.
Rem, excited? That's unexpected.
Unexpected, you say?
It just seemed to me that you weren't too proactive when it came to the royal selection, like you've been more of an observer. It was like you were deliberately keeping your distance, so I thought it was odd to hear you're excited.
Do you dislike it when Rem is excited, Subaru?
It's not that, but I probably wouldn't phrase it that way. Anyway, did you have a change of heart or something?
Perhaps so. I believe I've been influenced by the events at the royal capital from today in the past few days. Rem has been able to speak with many people these past 10 days as we work to reopen the royal selection. The residents of the royal capital, the candidates, and those who support them, they each had their own way of thinking that made me realize something. I became aware of just how narrow my world was.
A narrow world.
Rem was never good with these things. Before, worrying about myself and sister was all I could handle. Then you joined in as well, Subaru. I am in the process of being able to see and do more things, little by little. That is why these past 10 days have been full of surprises for me. Everyone was so full of single-minded determination, and not one of them neglected the importance of the royal selection. That is why I wanted to see... Everyone was so full of single-minded determination, and not one of them neglected the importance of the royal selection. Subaru, you were also working so hard. What lies beyond the combined efforts between you, Rem, sister, Lord Roswell, and Miss Amelia?
I see.
So that is why Rem is excited. It truly is about to begin. Will it be all right?
Calm down, Rem. I know how you feel. I'm actually the type to get too excited before a big event and screw things up. Like when I overslept and missed the bus for my field trip, and ended up catching up to it at the freeway rest area.
I don't understand that reference, but...
Okay, listen here. You can forget what I said earlier, but this part is important.
Yes.
I'm happy to hear that you want to see what lies ahead. Remember what we talked about before? About how we should talk about tomorrow and the future. What you're looking forward to is just that. The future.
Subaru.
You don't know what lies ahead. And I know that can be scary, but no one knows what's gonna happen. We're all playing blindly in a make-or-break game. It might be crazy to enjoy it, but I feel the same way.
For the past 10 days, the time we spent running through it, it made me think about all the people we met. I'm sure that no matter who becomes ruler through the royal selection, the kingdom will become better, but that's exactly why.
We're gonna make Amelia the next ruler. Let's do everything in our power to make it happen.
Yes.
I'll be counting on you, Rem.
Until death do us part? Oh my...
Don't even joke about that! Whew. Oh, I'm feeling tired. Time to call it a day.
Subaru, do you have a minute?
Mealy? Yeah, sure. Come on in.
Sorry for the late visit. Hope I'm not interrupting anything.
No, I was just thinking about going to bed. So what's up? Staying up late isn't good for your pretty skin, you know.
Oh, it's not much. I just happened to notice you were talking to Rem downstairs earlier. I heard you talking about how so much has happened in the past 10 days. I wanted to thank you properly.
Thank me?
You might say it's not much, but that's not true at all. In the evening, when we went to the place where the loot house used to be, I remembered the time we first met, and everything that happened after. Subaru, when I said I wanted to repay you, you said you wanted to be a servant at the manor. Back then, I thought how modest you were.
I said this before, but that was the best choice for me. I had nowhere to go, so I needed to make a living somehow. And you're there too, Mealy.
Oh.
Huh? Mealy? Aren't you gonna scold me like, oh, stop messing around?
Oh, stop messing around.
There we go. But is that not enough for you?
It's not about it being enough. I think I haven't given anything back to you. Just like when we first met. Even after dealing with the incident at the manor and the mob east of the village, you just asked for a date. And this time, for the last 10 days. Subaru, is there something I can do for you? What can I do for you?
Amelia's violet eyes stare straight at me. The light in her gaze shows that she's serious. Worries and anxiety are both sides of the same coin. I'm sure I caused a lot of trouble to Amelia. It was failure on my part, but...
To be serious? I think becoming a servant here, or going on a date with you, Mealy, is the best answer for me. You're saying I'm modest, but I do get the one thing I want most at the time.
Subaru.
I know you might feel worried, so this may not come across as a compromise, but will you please let me keep being a part of your problems from now on, Mealy? That's my wish to you.
Why? Subaru, why are you always so kind to me? I can't even begin to repay you for all that you've done.
As long as you're healthy, and you continue to be cute, that's sacred in my mind. That's my honest truth. For the past 10 days, I ran around and watched the royal candidates, the knights, and Melty's group. Everyone is doing their best, and they're so determined. They looked so cool in my eyes. I was just a wandering nobody. Mealy, before I met you, I was just hanging in midair. But after meeting you, something firm, like a backbone, grew inside me. My body was a squishy mess before, but now I can stand up with that backbone. To me, that's important. If I don't keep that in mind, I'll start to take it for granted and act selfishly. I don't know how to put it. Anyway, I want to work hard for you, Mealy. So this is all for my own sake, too. If there's more to it than that, I think that's something that'll come to you as we spend more time together.
So, your answer is on hold?
I guess so. Mealy, if you want to keep pursuing the answer, you'll have to give up and let me keep following you around. Meaning,
Meaning...
That goes on even after you become ruler. You might not even know the answer then. Life is long. I hope you're prepared for that, Mealy.
Subaru, you're so weird. But thank you. Thank you for helping me. And I hope you'll stay by my side, Subaru.
Of course. That's why I've spent the past 10 days and then some.
I'm sorry. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, we're at the end. Well, alright. So, what's my opinion on this game? Is this in English? Also, wait, Roswell is voiced by Ray Chase? I don't know many of these people actually. Christina, yeah, I knew that. Raymond. But let me talk about my opinion on this game. It is an alright game. It does what it needed to. Yeah, I was right. It is Alejandro South. But it does what it needs to. Hetero. Who's Hetero? Oh wait, I know who Hetero is. But it does what it needs to. It does provide a story. Am I satisfied with the story? It's 50-50. There are some things that I like, but it didn't explore certain areas that I would have liked more. And the ending with the final battle really dragged. I hated how the final battle was just not even a... It wasn't like all the other missions. It was pretty direct and you couldn't really fail it. In fact, I feel like most of the missions were pretty unfailable. So that's kind of why I don't feel satisfied with the game. There was a lot of ideas that they had, but it wasn't fully explored well. I do like certain things, like this game really lets you explore the other candidates. For example, I now have a much more better appreciation for Anastasia and Priscilla. Like, but it also, I feel like for certain characters like Ram, Subaru, and Otto, they kind of just went too much on their bit of, hey, here's what their funny thing is to say. Also including Emilia. And it just ruined some of the dialogue a lot of the time. It kept feeling more gimmicky and felt out of place, especially in the final battle. I really like Tiga the most out of all the new original characters. That being said, I didn't really like Melty. I like how she was a bit selfish, but at the same time, I didn't really find her... I think the only thing that was really appealing to me about her was that she was cute. And that's about it. Dude, her expression was cute, everything she did was cute, but there wasn't much else to that after that. And even after the reveal of everything, she didn't really change that much in my eyes. So, yeah. Wolf and Solemn, I didn't really care for. They were cool, Wolf was alright, but as the story just kept going on and on, I just felt bored by them. And like, I get that feeling of feeling worthless as well as everything, but when the solution and the risk was, hey, I want this happy ending, let's just risk everything just for this happy ending, I didn't really like that. And ultimately we didn't gain, well, while we gained stuff, we didn't lose much because we didn't get punished at all. And that's a bit disappointing to me because Like, after all these 10 days, what do you gain and lose? We didn't really lose anything besides the people we met. And even then, it's like it had very little influence on the forward story. Puka was just a boring character. Sakura, I wish they did more with her.
Leaving already?
Oh, alright. I figured this was going to happen.
Subaru?
Why are you being such a stranger? I understand how uncomfortable it is, though.
That's not why. It's just that...
I know. I was kidding. You and Melty are in a tough spot.
Subaru looks up at the nice guy as he calls her to stop the three of them. With the confusion at the royal capital subsiding, they also stop Wolf and Puka rampage. Melty Evil Eye is now under her control, but what happened still remains. It is a fact that cannot be changed. There is also the issue of being a fake royal candidate. Along with the dangerous power of her evil eye, it is obvious that they will be judged to the fullest extent of the law. So...
You're going to run away.
Yes, we are. To protect Mel and Solemn. There's no other way.
Looks like you guys have your hearts set.
Subaru? I'm really sorry. I know I will never be forgiven. I've done everything to deserve the ire. My brothers and Tiga aren't kids anymore. So we have to take responsibility. But...
Oh, Melty. Don't worry about it. I totally understand.
Huh?
I have tons of experience in running away. I would say that I have lots more experience than you in that regard. I've run and run and run. By the time I realized it, here I was. So there is one thing I want to say. There's nothing wrong with running away. There could be nothing but regrets wherever you run off to, but in reality, it's not always the case. There's a chance that you could find happiness at the end of your journey. That's why there's only one thing I want to say. Take care. And be careful so that you don't catch a cold.
Wait, hold on. I get that this is the point where Subaru doesn't realize that him constantly running away is a bad thing. And so he's technically given bad advice. But it's feel weird that this will be contradicted later on, story-wise.
Hey! Did you just laugh at me? You barely ever talk! Now you're being quiet. How convenient. Melty?
Subaru, you and Tiga sure are friends.
What's that supposed to mean?
Mel, I don't understand, but that sounds very insulting.
You're one to talk. You were tricking your friend. I don't believe you.
You just said it's okay to run away, and now you're bringing that up again?
I treat cute girls and dudes differently. I'm not going to be lenient here, so apologize.
Why, you...
Subaru and Tiga gets into a scuffle while Melty looks on. Someone passes her on her shoulders and gently.
Brother? Yeah, I think so too. Subaru!
What?
I'm going to run away. I'll run and run. I'll keep running like you wouldn't believe. And wherever I arrive at, I will remember everything that happened up to today. I want to apologize and make up for what I did. So...
Yeah.
Subaru, I hope you will take care until we meet again.
Melty smiles while she was slightly tearing up. Upon seeing her smile, Subaru smiled back at her.
If anything happens, you can count on Tiga, Solemn, and Wolf too. Just lean on them. It's a cute girl's privilege to use dumb guys.
Okay.
I personally would appreciate it if you didn't push Mel into a path of evil.
Then you should hold her hand and guide her. You said you were never letting go, right?
Yeah. I'll make sure that Mel will grow up right.
That sounded like a father rather than a lover, but Subaru didn't mention it out loud.
We'll be going now. We don't want to take any more of your time.
Yeah, do that. Take care, my bestie.
You too. You got a lot of work ahead of you, but good luck. The royal selection will be tough.
There's no path that isn't tough. Being together with the girl you like is a thorny path. Even if I get scarred all over, I will run through it barefoot.
At least wear some shoes.
Oh, shut up. Take care.
Don't catch a cold.
After that short exchange, they do a high five. That was it for goodbyes between them. So this happened after the battle, it seems.
Looks like they're gone.
Oh, Reinhardt. So you did notice. Did you let them go?
I personally don't know if this was the right decision, but I wanted to do it this way.
I think that's fine. No one wants to see what would happen if someone as strong as you blew his top. You should just do as you please every once in a while.
That would probably be difficult. Anyway, let's return. Miss Amelia is waiting.
Right. You have Felt to deal with, so that's tough in itself.
It's something worth doing. I'm enjoying it, personally.
Oh, okay then. That's fine. We're walking down a thorny path by our own volition.
She drags as she walks as she drags her heavy body along. She walks and walks and walks. She wheezes as her lips quiver and she walks and walks. Her body is drenched, wounds still aching. The blood she shed weakens her. Why does she still walk? She does not see the answer. And so she walks and walks and walks, and in the end...
This is the place. Sakura, I was waiting for you.
Oh my. Looks like you're all here. Are you here to get me?
In a way, yes. We thought that you would manage to escape.
Considering how long we've known each other, it appears that everything I do is obvious to you.
Heavily injured, Sakura looks at the faces of the three, one after another.
You all look so satisfied. The plan must have failed.
That's right. It was all a failure. The fate candidate as well as the rest. All thanks to everyone.
Subaru Natsuki.
That is the biggest factor. But it's not just Subaru. There was all the help Subaru recruited. He met with them, talked with them, and pleaded to them. And that came to fruition with Mel and my release.
I'm going to end the episode, and next time will be the finale. Thank you, take care.